let's talk about Legoland Florida's newest roller coaster. Well, here it is. I cannot believe this ride is finally here. I mean, Legoland Florida, it opened back in 2011. The history behind this park is so rich. It used to have Cypress Gardens that then was completely renovated, bought by Merlin Entertainment, and turned into this massive Lego-themed property. It's one of the biggest Legolands in the world, and it's such an iconic theme park. They have more parks across the world than some of the biggest players in the game. And shockingly, you would think that because of this, Legoland Florida would be getting a ton of ambitious new attractions year after year. But Legoland plays a smart game. Legoland Florida adds some incredible additions year after year, but since they inherited the park from Cypress Gardens, they have never built a roller coaster. And it's been the biggest question because I feel like this park has a ton of great attractions, but really what people always talk about when it comes to Legoland Florida are a lot of the roller coasters here. You have the Great Lego Race. It's a fun little wild mouse coaster. You have the Dragon, one of the best themed junior coasters in the world. Coaster Soars, one of the most exciting family wooden coasters I believe out there. But there was always this one coaster that just loomed over the park, tucked in the back. It was called Flight School. And if you've ridden Flight School like myself, you would remember how awful that ride truly was. It's a classic family coaster, but man, that ride experience was just so poor and it was rough. And Legoland knew this, they acknowledged this, and they took it away and gave us an exciting new experience that none of us were expecting. Plus, it's a very smart time frame. I mean, this is February of 2026. 2026 is not the biggest year when it comes to theme parks in Florida. Why? Well, we just received a multi-billion-dollar theme park last year at Epic Universe. Parks are trying to compete instantly with that. Legoland played a smart game. They didn't want to instantly jump in 2025 because they knew Epic Universe, you can't compete with it. So what did they do? They chose a year that nobody would build anything and have the true standout edition with Galacticoaster. And this is not just one of the best additions Legoland has ever done, it's one of the smartest. This ride blew me away. I went in with extremely low expectations, not because of Legoland as a whole, but a lot of Legoland's thrill lineup is very family oriented. So I'm going in expecting another family coaster. And this isn't your average family coaster, it's definitely made for all ages, and that's what's great. They decided to combine every aspect so even adults can enjoy a ride like this. The whole presentation of it, you enter the queue and already you're immersed in this space station theme. You have one of the first ever Lego animatronics. It's a full pre-show with screens above, all around you, with this Lego animatronic narrating you throughout what you're about to take part of. It's such an incredible presentation and something Legoland has yet to do with a lot of their rides, so it was very, very cool to see that level of ambition come in with Galacticoaster. And then a very unique experience. You get your slap bracelet wristband, which I had a hard time putting on, okay? That wasn't great.
Second try. There you go.
But once you get that wristband on, you are in control because you are designing your own spaceship. Before you board your vehicle, you're put at these different digital stations. What you're doing here is you are customizing the spaceship that you are going to be experiencing the attraction on. So you get to choose the wings, the nose, the tail, and the body of the vehicle. And this is going to play a part in your ride experience once you board the attraction. From there on, you're then going to step foot into the station. And this station is super impressive. There's a lot of space-themed roller coasters out there, especially in the Florida market. It's an overinflated concept. Especially Disney, you have rides like Space Mountain, you have rides like Cosmic Rewind, and Galactic Coaster does this in a nice different way. They add their own touches to it that separates themselves from parks like Disney. And it's very nice to see. Boarding in a station on a sideways moving vehicle, it's super, super sick. But you're saying that was, yeah. Oh, let's go. Yeah. I love unique characters. That's so cool. A big blue alien just roaming. I love roaming characters. When you board your ride vehicle, you get this extremely comfortable lap bar. It's one of those over-the-shoulder lap bars. I think the best restraint out on the market. Perfect for an attraction like this. And then your flight begins. When you turn out of the station, you're faced against a screen, and this screen now displays your rocket being built, and it's time to take flight on a mission. But you have to watch out for the massive asteroid of destruction. Bad things will happen if you mess with that asteroid, all right? I love the presentation for this because the second they show you your rocket, you take a nice 90-degree turn and you are faced with that launch right in front of you. And it's super sick. You then are launching into the massive show building here, and you are twirling all around into space. And they really went all out when it comes to space immersion. Every wall was covered in shining stars. They had curtains placed throughout the ride with stars on them that truly made you feel like you are soaring through space and also hides you from other vehicles and other track pieces. Really next level immersion coming from Legoland Florida. There's also glow-in-the-dark figures and Legos on the ceiling that would light up as you're flying past them, and it looked like they were literally floating in space. The atmosphere was perfect, and the ride itself, super fun and very thrilling. There's some surprising moments, some surprising dips in there. There's a little second booster halfway through the ride that sends you into a very surprising section, but it's perfect for all ages. Think of a lot of these modern day family coasters we're seeing in the market. Attractions like Curse of the Werewolf, Hiccup's Wing Gliders, and even smaller attractions like Trolls Troller Coasters. A lot of these family editions truly add a ton of character to the park, but when you go all out with the theming, all out with the immersion, that's what's going to make them unforgettable. And Legoland did that beautifully with Galacticoaster. I came off with my jaw dropped. I was truly in awe. I grew up coming to Legoland as a kid. When it first opened after becoming Cypress Gardens, it was all the talk when you're in elementary school. You have to go visit Legoland, and I loved coming here, but I always wanted this park to truly get that big addition. I just wanted to see them go all out, and they finally did it, and it was so worth the wait. This truly is one of the greatest themed roller coasters I think out there, let alone in the Florida market. And to think that this attraction is competing with rides at places like Disney and Universal is crazy to say, but honestly, I would take this ride over some of those attractions. This is such a fantastic addition. Legoland Florida went all out. They knew exactly what they were doing. I am truly stunned, and this is now going to make Legoland Florida a must-visit park if you're traveling at all near Orlando. It's only about an hour out, and especially if you're heading to Busch Gardens, it can be en route. This is a great middle park that you need to stop by at, and especially if you have family, if you have kids, come here and take them on Galacticoaster. If they're not quite ready for rides like Space Mountain and Cosmic Rewind, and they still want that full space immersion, this is the ride to experience. Overall, I am blown away. This attraction is so good. Shout out to Legoland Florida for really going all out. You hit a home run. And huge thank you to them for inviting us out here for their media day to experience this attraction. I don't know about you, but I need more laps on this thing, so let's get going.